Losing someone, it hits you, but it hits other people too. Horrible things happen to you, but there's so many doors that have opened for you after. The way we view pain can drastically change our perception of life. Hello guys, hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariam and I'm your friend. Welcome to Healthy Chit-chat series, aka Healthy Habits. I'm so happy that you're here. As I told you multiple times, Healthy Chit-chats are my favorite to film, one of my favorites to film. So let's have together a healthy chit-chat about pain. I know that this is not a joyful topic. This is not like something that we want to talk always. This is not something that we think about talking, but I think it's important and it's part of healthy habits. That's why I wanted to include, because the way we view pain, it can drastically change our perception of life. And that's why I want to talk about pain. Usually I talk about more joyful topics, but again, pain, it's part of life. So if you want to check other series of Healthy Chit-chat series, you're welcome. I have a playlist, but pain is something, unfortunately, that is part of life. So that's why I want to talk about. So yeah, let's dive in. Get ready. The next 20 minutes you're spending with me. Thank you. Before I start, I just want to tell you that I wish we didn't experience pain. I wish you didn't experience pain at all in your life. But unfortunately, it's part of life. And whether we have control or not, it will happen. So the things that we have left to do about pain, it's the way we will act once we have some pain in our life, the way that we'll perceive life once we have that pain. And usually when we experience pain, it's like, and yeah, before I dive in, I just want to tell you that there is not right or wrong answers. Like, there is not huge pain, little pain. Like, everyone experiences pain in their way. So I'm not gonna minimize or anything else about this topic. I'm just talking in general, and also I'm gonna tell you a few examples of mine. So just know that whatever kind of pain you went through or you're going through, there is not like right or wrong answers to that. There is not like the way that you feel. Like, I'm not minimizing it either. So I just want to put a disclaimer. So let's dive in. Now, pain, as I told you, we'll experience in life, and that's unfortunate, but it's part of life. So because of that, I started to change my perception about pain. I know that some people are like, oh, avoid pain, or, like, don't feel the pain, or embrace the pain, or use the pain, to get better. And in my opinion, again, there is not right or wrong answers in my opinion, but in my point of view, it's not like you need to be okay with the pain, but you need to be like, okay, like, how can I explain? You need to accept it, okay? You need to accept it, not like fully searching for pain or avoiding completely. You just need to accept it because it's part of life. And I know it's hard. It's easier said than done to accept pain. But it's like that situation that happened in your life, it's like we can't go back and change it. You can't go back and change it. You can't, maybe it was out of your control, maybe not, but either way, we can't change it. So what else we have? What else it needs to be done? We need to be okay, but just accept it and be like, okay, what I've learned from that? How can I be better in my life in this situation that happened? It's always the questions following up the pain that we should ask ourselves. It's like some pain's out of our control. That's why recently I always told everyone like, oh, it's you versus you, it's you versus you, it's you versus you, until life reminded me that sometimes it's you versus life. because some things you can't have control. Yes, in the end of the day, it's you versus you because of the way you handle the you versus life. But at the beginning, it's going to be, if things happen out of your control, it's going to be you versus life. And instead of telling ourselves, why it happened to me? Why me? Why? We need to ask ourselves, okay, this thing happened. Most of the time, it's out of our control, right? So this thing happened out of my control. How can I feel better? What can I do so I don't feel that much of a pain? Because it's okay if a horrible thing happened. It's okay that we feel the pain. It's okay that we feel sad. It's okay that we feel depressed. But once you lived your emotions, right? Once you've been sad few days, once you've been anxious, once you've been depressed, you need to know yourself how to get out of that situation, you yourself, not other people, not other family members, not your close ones, not your loved ones. Yes, they love you, they support you, but only you can take out of yourself of that pain, not anyone else. That's why it's important to know yourself prior, to know how you can get yourself out of that situation. Not completely, again, pain is part of life, but how you can feel a little bit more better. Is it by going for a walk? Is it by listening to your favorite music, podcast, working out? Just know yourself and try, and I know it's easier said than done, but try to do things that you know it will make you feel better. Some people love drawing, painting, you name it. There is not just one right answer to that. It depends on each person. For me, my safe place is when I work out. It's my safe place when I walk. And I know that when you feel any kind of pain, it's like you don't want to do anything. You just don't want to. The last thing in your mind is like, oh, let me put some cute clothes on if you're a girl and go to work out, right? So by working out, I don't mean like you going to the gym. You can literally move your body at home. When you change your state, you change your mind. I've learned this from Tony Robbins. And even just when you catch yourself sad or in pain, just like, okay, let me just move my body, do jumping jacks, do push-ups, do whatever you can to do, whatever you have access in that moment, and you will feel much better. The hardest part is to tell your mind to actually move your body. Once you do, you will feel a little bit more better. You need to force yourself. Sometimes it's like, do you really think I want to work out every day? Do you really think I wanted to start again 75 hard and go to that again? No. I just know that at the end of the day, I will become better than I was prior. At the end of the day, I will be more healthier if I do that workout than I was if I didn't do. It's the one thing at a time, one step at a time, one workout at a time, one healthy meal at a time. And it adds up. And then after a year, you're like, oh my God, I did this many workouts. Oh my God, I still can't believe it. Or, oh my God, I was mindful for whatever I did put on in my body and on my body. Oh my God, like I'm grateful. I can't believe I did it, right? But that you will push yourself and you will force yourself to move if you worked on yourself like as much as you can the whole year. It's a continuous thing. It's not like, okay, this period of time I'm joyful, I'm going to work on myself and then I'm going to stop. No. And by working on yourself, I mean, listen to things that are interesting to you. Listen to things or read things that you will learn from. It doesn't matter in which topic category. It doesn't matter. Just reading things that you will learn from. Listening to things that it will make you think. It will give you more ideas to what do you want to do in life. That's what I mean by working on yourself. I don't mean like putting 10 hours every single day. No. just learning new things for you. And it doesn't need to be huge. It doesn't need to be, oh my God, like I need to do 1 hour of book reading. If not, I'm not working on myself. No. Having also smart discussions with other people as well, deep discussions with other people as well can make you think. You can learn a lot. And I know that unfortunately it's hard that we can find people that we can have deep connections and deep conversations with. But it doesn't mean that it's not possible. It doesn't mean that. You, especially friends, you're the ones who are choosing them. Family members, we are born with them. Some of them, if we're lucky, they're amazing people. Some of them, maybe not so much. But your other entourage, it's you who you are choosing. Put yourself in the right rooms. I always give this example that if you go to McDonald's and you want a healthy meal, you're not going to find there. You can use this metaphor to, in your business life, in your personal life, professional life, whatever. Dating life. If you go to McDonald's and you want a healthy meal, you won't find it. Why? It's because you're not in the right place. If you want to have deeper connections with people so you can learn, you need to change McDonald's to, another thing that it's healthier. And why I love this example is because, again, back to fast food, the people that are going to go there, it's for the fast food, right? So the kind of people that you'll see, again, I'm not judging or anything like that, it's just an example. It's going to be fast food. But if you want a healthy meal and you go there, you're going to be surrounded with people that want fast food, and you're the one who wants a healthy meal. You're not in the right place. It's your fault. It's your fault, not theirs. If they don't care what they're putting in their body and you do, you need to change the rooms. And why I told you this example, it's because it's so crucial and important to work on yourself. So whenever it's you versus life, you versus you happens, you are ready. Again, there are things that we can never be ready. But at least it's better than if you didn't do anything. If you didn't change your perception about pain. As always, Tony Robbins and Ed Milet says, life happens for you, not to you. I have a whole video about this, so I'm not going to go in details. I'm going to link it below, but life happens for you, not to you. And I know it's hard to think, oh my God, this huge pain or this huge thing that happened for me, how it can be for me, not to me. I've been there. I've been there to be like, oh my God, this is not possible. It's impossible. But once I got started to work on myself, once I got deeper and deeper and deeper trying to understand this phrase, I was like, yes, everything, even it's that painful that I went through in my life, things that I went through in my life, it still happened for me, not to me, because whether I became more closer to my close ones, or I started my personal development, or I started working out, I viewed life differently. My perception of life I viewed differently. So yes, unfortunately that situation, sorry, I'm back. Sorry if my makeup is, messed up. I just talk about like this kind of topics really touch me because I put my heart and all of my videos, I put my heart and energy into it. So sometimes I get, emotional, during these videos, but what I was saying that, yeah, for me, it was hard also to, imagine that those things happened for me, not to me, because all my life, for most of my life, I was always asking myself, why this thing that happened, it should happen to me? Why? And then once I started to find my mentors, once I started to work on myself, I realized that those things, yes, that happened in my life, I can't change them. Unfortunately, I can't go back in my past and change it. So what else can I do? What else can I do? Is to view life differently. The perception of life, I changed it completely. Because yes, by changing the perception of your life, you won't change things that happened in your past, but your present and future will be grateful for that. Again, I know it's hard to imagine how those things can happen for you, not to you. I think the thing that I can tell you that it's with time, once you experience the pain and once you view life after the pain like that, you will notice, but it's with time. It might take months. It might take few months. It might take few years, but you will understand that yes, that horrible thing happened to you, but there's so many doors, amazing doors that have opened for you after. And in that moment when you're in the pain, you can't realize that, right? And I always tell that before I tell you that, how you can use the pain in your advantage, because it's important to, so please stay until the end to hear about that. But before that, it's like whenever we experience pain, we think about only our pain. But recently what I have noticed that when I feel pain, I'm like, okay, I feel pain, but I'm even more worried about the pain of others that the same situation brought us. And it's like you're doubling your pain. But it's very important to know that one thing that has happened in your life, most of the time, it doesn't only touch yourself. It has an impact also with the people that are living, whether with you or that situation happened to multiple people at the same time. I'll give you an example of losing someone. It's like, yes, you lost that person, but other people also lost that person. I don't know if it makes sense. So in that moment, it's normal when we experience huge kind of pain, we only think about our pain. But if you really think, other people around you are also going in their way. In now the pain, we know we are not going the same situation, horrible situation that happened. The pain, we are not going through that and living that pain on the same way. We are not living on the same way. But again, the pain, it's pain, right? We can't people are going through pain still other than you. So just be mindful, be nice to other people, even when you're going through pain, because losing someone, it hits you, but it hits other people too. And usually when we experience lots of pain, we forget about it. Recently, it's like once I realized that it's like now whenever I go through pain, I'm like thinking about, okay, what about that person that is going through the pain as well? And it's like, I feel my pain, but I feel others people's pain as well. But I think it's important to know that you are not the only one experiencing the pain. And once you realize that other people also experiencing the pain, it's like, yes, you have more empathy towards them and also towards yourself. It helps you as well, because you're realizing that you're not the only one, that it's okay, that horrible situation had happened, that losing someone special has happened. It's okay if you feel sad. It's okay if you feel depressed. It's okay if you feel anxious. It's normal. You can't be happy and joyful when you lose someone. It's not normal. And by losing someone, I mean death. When you will never see them again in this life. And I precise in this life. But whatever you believe in. Now that we've talked about pain, the perception of pain, the pain of others, let's talk about how you can use it to your advantage. Once you felt your emotions, once you felt the sadness, by knowing yourself, you can get out. You can help yourself to get out of that situation as much as possible, of course. But what do you do after? I always tell, and how I use the pain to my advantage. Now, I'm not happy about the pain. I'm not joyful about the pain. I don't want to feel pain 24/7. But I use it to my advantage. I'm like, okay, this thing, my future, I need to be more successful. I need to do this for that person that I've lost. Or because of that pain, I'll prove to myself that I'm worth it. Or because of that pain, I'll show to myself that I believe in myself. I'll show others, my close ones, that they can succeed as well. By using the pain to your advantage, that's what I mean. If I didn't go through pain before, I don't think I would be this huge on personal development. Not that I don't think, I'm sure I wouldn't. I wouldn't even be here, like in front of the camera talking to you. I wouldn't. Am I happy the things that happened in my past? No. But am I glad that I'm here right now with you? Yes. Use the pain to your advantage once you felt those emotions. What you can do to get better. What your next level would you look like. What your better version of yourself would look like. That's why it's crucial to find right mentors, to work on yourself, whether it's having deep conversations with others, deep conversations with yourself, listening to this kind of channels, reading books, personal development books. It's crucial because we can't tell that, we know everything, we don't need to learn. That's impossible. It's never enough. We will always learn new things, whether it's the knowledge, our experiences, our past, other people's past. We can always learn from. I'm never going to come here and tell you, okay, so I know everything. I don't need to listen to my podcasts anymore. Or I don't need to go to personal development events anymore. Earlier, we talked about changing the rooms so you can be in the right rooms. Well, going to personal development events, for me, it's the right rooms. It's my Super Bowl. Which, this week, was it Super Bowl? Next week? I don't even know. It's my Super Bowl because there I can find people that have the same interests, want to get better, become better, and it helps. It helps to interact with people that want to become better. Why? It's because, again, by going back to my first point, you can learn things. You can have deep conversations with people about life, about what do you want to do, about success, about how to get better together if it's a closed one. All that kind of things help with the pain. If I do a little recap, what we've talked about here at the beginning, it's the perception that you have about pain. Life happens for you, not to you. And again, for you right now, it's maybe like either not talking or you're either like, how can I view life like that? Just think about this phrase. Take one example and show to yourself, yes, that horrible thing happened, but what did you learn? How it changed your life? How many great doors opened after that? Once you change the perception about pain, we've talked about how it's important to work on yourself all along. Not just when you feel joyful, not just when you feel motivated, no. All year long. So whenever life hits you, you know what to do. And for that, you need to work on yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to know how you can pick up yourself. Not other people, but you to yourself. And then we talked about how you're not the only one experiencing pain. Other people also experience pain, whether it's about the same situation or other situation. So we need to be more empathetic towards others. And once you realize that let's say the same situation, multiple people experience the pain, yes, you're becoming more empathetic, you want to become, there for them, but also you understand yourself more because you're like, okay, I'm not the only one. It's okay if I feel sad, if we feel sad for that moment, that horrible thing that happened. But what do you do after? What do you do after to pick yourself up? That's the most important thing. And at the end, we talked about how you can use pain to your advantage. Getting better, being more disciplined because you want to accomplish other things, because you want to prove others and to yourself that you're capable of, because you want to prove yourself that you're worth it, because you want to become your better version. So whenever life hits you again, you are ready. Now, don't get me wrong, we are never going to be fully ready, but it's going to be better to do the things that we've talked about than doing nothing about it. Because if you don't work on yourself, whether it's your mind, body, when life hits you, you will not know what to do. You will be like, why me? Why? You're always yourself asking yourself why, and just not knowing what to do. Again, we all have been there. I've been there. To asking myself why, because I didn't work on myself, because all the things that you are just shocked when sometimes life hits you, right? But once you work on yourself, it's not that it gets easier when life hits you, when you work on yourself or you're on your body, mind, soul. No, it's just you know how to pick yourself up once you're down. That's the most important part. Anyway, guys, I hope this healthy chit chat was helpful for you. I know it wasn't the most joyful topic. I will have other topics more joyful coming very soon. But thank you again so much for watching. I hope this episode was helpful for you to realize more things about pain. And also having me and you and me a deep discussion about pain, because yes, it's not joyful, but it's part of life, unfortunately. So we need to talk about it, and I wish more people talked about it. So whenever we experience pain, we know that we are not the only ones. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy chit-chat series or healthy habits, what we talk about here. So thank you guys again. Before I go, per usual, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon.